Green Tree Productions is proud to present Duncanville Weekly News. It's the good news just for the City of Champions, Duncanville, Texas. And now, here's your host, John Thompson.
Hello world, America, Texas, and Duncanville, and welcome to this edition of Duncanville Weekly News for the third week of March 2015. Glad you're logged on and watching. Well, things changed on this show due to the weather, as you probably are familiar. We've had kind of an unusual spring around here, but in any case, the soccer team is still going. The baseball team is getting a little work, but we'll see the highlights of what they've done. And also we're going to see a lot of scenes from the Duncanville Chamber of Commerce's Flavor of Duncanville Expo that was held last week. But first, let's go see some highlights from the soccer. They are winding down their regular season and getting ready for the playoffs, and here's how they've done in the last couple of weeks.
For the soccer update on Duncanville Weekly News, featuring highlights and recaps of DHS soccer. The soccer update is brought to you this week by Duncanville Optical, featuring polycarb lenses. And now, here's the Duncanville High School soccer update.
The girls' soccer team went 1-1-1 in the last couple of weeks and fought a little bit of the weather like everybody else did. They are now on the season, have a record of 7-8-2, and they are 5-5-1 in district play and on the bubble with Mansfield and Cedar Hill for the last two playoff spots. They've got one game left, and that's Tuesday night at DeSoto. And then next week, the by-district and area games start in the Texas high school soccer playoffs. The district games were at 8 and the home games were at Old Panther Field. But now we're into the playoff season, and good luck, Panthers.
Hello, this is Duncanville Optical.
If someone in your family has an active lifestyle, they may benefit from polycarb lenses in their eyeglasses. You won't see double in polycarb lenses from Duncanville Optical. Polycarb lenses are thinner, lighter weight, and 10 times stronger than standard plastic lenses. When you need eyeglasses, please remember Duncanville Optical, 533 West Wheatland Road in Duncanville. Call today to find out about our polycarb lenses, 972-298-5800.
The boys' soccer team at Duncanville High School were 1-1-1 the last three district games. This puts them with a season record now of 11-6-3, and they are solidly, it appears, to be in third place in the district with a 6-4-1 record. Upcoming games, they only have one left, and that's Tuesday, hosting DeSoto, and then the week of March the 23rd, the playoffs start, and of course by district and area will be the first week's games. The district game with DeSoto is at 8 o'clock, and it's played at Old Panther Field. Good luck, Panthers.
It's springtime in Texas, and that means Duncanville Panther baseball right here on Duncanville Weekly News and the Panther Dugout Show. The Panther Dugout Show brings us updates and highlights of the past few games and a peek ahead to the Panthers' next games. The Panther Dugout Show is brought to us by James Memorial Chapel, the Pope Financial Group of Raymond James, by the Wolverton Company, serving the heating and cooling needs of the Duncanville area for longer than anybody can remember, Jim McDonald State Farm Insurance Agency, right here on Main Street. Remember, State Farm and Jim are there. By Chubby's Family Restaurant on Cockrell Hill for breakfast, lunch, or dinner. And there's a reason why they do a lot of catering. Leon Miller Commercial Properties, Need some commercial space? Call Leon at 972-709-7181. By Roma's Italian Bistro at 100 South Main. Call 972-298-5900 for free delivery or dine-in. Entries are prepared freshly cooked for every order. By Glow Family Dental, General and Cosmetic Dentistry. Your smile is their top priority. They are here at 427 West Wheatland or call 972-298-2027. Glow Family Dental. And by Ambit Energy. You have power options. Call me at 214-918-9981. You'll be glad you did. And now with the Panther Dugout Show, here's John with all the highlights.
Hello, Duncanville baseball fans, and welcome back to the Panther Dugout Show. This is the 24th year that we're going to be bringing you the highlights of the Duncanville Panther baseball team. And for the first time that I can remember, we've got off to kind of a funny start weather-wise. At least 12 or 13 games of the Panthers has been rained or snowed or sleeted out so far, but they have been able to get in a few, and here's some highlights. After dropping their opener to Irving Nimitz over there, the Panthers hosted a doubleheader with senior David Crone on the mound for the Panthers. We go to the second with no score, and the leadoff batter, senior Carlton McIntyre, sends one to the left center field new fence for a stand-up double. Then, with one out and Carlton on third on a Crone sacrifice, sophomore Andrew Badusky hits one that the Pirate pitcher snares and tries to catch Carlton off third, but he's safe, so the Panthers have runners on first and third with two outs, and it's the doodad play, the double steal, and it works as the Pirate catcher throws the ball into center field, and Carlton trots in from third, and after 2 innings, it's 1-0 Panthers. Poteet tied it in the third, so we go now to the Panther fourth, and David draws a leadoff walk, but a pinch runner was thrown out trying to steal second, so with one away, Andrew gets an infield single, beating the shortstop's throw. And then with Burt at the plate, a wild pitch puts Andrew on second. And he decides to go all the way to third. So Francisco Salcido Hot Sauce hits a very long single. And Andrew scores easily. And after 4, it's 2-1 Panthers. We move to the top of the 7th after the Pirates had tied it at 2 in their 6th. Burt is now pitching, and Poteet loads the bases with 2 outs, and this happens. A single to right, and then the runner from third scores easily, but when the runner from second tries to score, the throw to David is on the money, but the runner tries to bowl him over, and that's against the new rules, and after a period of calming down, the run was not allowed, i.e. the runner was called out for out number 3, but the Panthers couldn't answer and lose the first game of this doubleheader 3-2. A short while later, with the temperature in the low 50s, the teams played the second half of the doubleheader with freshman Jorge Trevino on the mound, and he gave up 3 runs in the first, and the Panthers never recovered, getting only 3 hits. The first one in the 6th inning from junior Osvaldo Salinas, but he's thrown out trying to stretch it into a double. Then in the 7th, senior shortstop Blake Dial tees off. Hits it over the right fielder for a stand-up triple. And then Carlton hits it where they ain't. Down the left field line. And this plate's Blake, but that was that, as Carlton is thrown out going into second. Final in game 2 is 7-1 Poteet, and the Panthers have started this weather-laden season of 2015 at 0-3.
James Memorial Chapel is the only family-owned funeral home in Duncanville and is proud to offer caring and dedicated services from familiar friends. Rick James and his family, the owners of James Memorial Chapel and Funeral Home, have served Duncanville area families in their time of loss since 1998. A beautiful and spacious chapel is offered, and James serves all cemeteries. When it comes to finding people you can trust in a time of need, you can turn to James Memorial Chapel. No one else knows families better. 811 South Cockrell Hill in Duncanville.
Scheduled for Tuesday, but played on Wednesday after Coach Fahey, his dad, and assistant coach Cliff Bartosh spent most of the day getting the Panther field playable. The Panthers open District 8 6A play against the perennially good Mansfield Tigers. Senior David Crone started on the mound for the Panthers again. The leadoff batter for the Panthers is Osvaldo Salinas, and he reaches on an infield single to get things started for the Panthers. But with 2 outs, senior catcher Alec Sanchez draws a base on balls. And senior Quincy Simpson courtesy runs for the catcher. But that was that, and after 1, it's still no score. In the Panthers' second, sophomore second baseman Raul Gonzalez leads off with a walk. And then David makes a good sacrifice bunt to get Raul into scoring position at second, but 2 strikeouts into the inning with no score. We go to the third, scoreless. Then we move to the fourth, where the Tigers have rallied for 4, and freshman Jorge Trevino relieves David and gets him out, but after 4.5, it's 4-0 Tigers. We go to the bottom of the 7th with no change, and with 2 outs, junior Bert Guerrero strikes out to end this one. Final score, Mansfield 4 and the Panthers 0. Then on Saturday, after the Thursday and Friday rainouts, the Panthers played Arlington Martin at 10 a.m. at Quick Trip Park in Grand Prairie, and in a game that lasted 72 minutes, the Panthers lost 1-0 to finish a crazy week. Each show we have a play of the week, and this time it was in the 7th inning of the second game with Mesquite Poteet when senior shortstop Blake Dial tees off and hits a rope over the right fielder for a stand-up triple. There were several good Panther pitching performances this past couple of weeks, but this was the best hit of the year so far, and that's why it's the play of the week.
The play of the week is brought to us by the Pope Financial Group of Raymond James. For all your investment needs, call John or Don at 972-780-0533 or come by 222 East Wheatland right here in Duncanville. It's the Pope Financial Group of Raymond James.
The teams in District 8 6A have only played 1 game, so we're not going to show you any district standings at this point, but here's the upcoming games for the Panthers. Weather permitting, of course. On Tuesday, they will be going to South Grand Prairie, and then on Friday, hosting Cedar Hill. We'll be back on March the 24th with highlights of the games that the Panthers are able to play. Also next time, the Panthers and the Pantherettes will both have had their banquets, and we'll bring you highlights of that. The assistant coaches of the basketball teams at Duncanville High School will give us an interview. And as we close, let's see some more scenes from the Flavor of Duncanville Expo that was held last week, and we'll see you March the 24th.
from Camp El Har. Ticket 508. Ticket 618, a $10 gift certificate to Dick's Uptown Cafe. Ticket 618.
Don't be so smoochy.
Well, you and I are going to have an argument here.
Okay.
Right down here in the corner.
They are. Hi. It's probably going to take us. That's all the time I get to spend with you. Thank you. You're welcome.
You can hold up the pizza.
Someone
Put in the video.
You should delete that.
Oh, thank you very much. Oh, that looks good. Thank you.
You're welcome. Lots of pictures of you today. I noticed some of that.
Oh, really? Okay.
I think your granddaddy ought to buy you one of everything.
One of everything, I agree.
What do you think? Turn around and look.
Oh, you want to?
I'm going to give her a nudge.
Thank you, Duncanville.
Yes. For
Best restaurant in Duncanville.
open the box. Yum.
I did. I had. That's what I heard.
472.
These are way too.
For the Camp El Har Stores in the Jar. And ticket 502.
Rotary is too much class for Billy. Too much class. The Lions are right down my house. The Lions are proud of us.
No.
How are you doing? I'm good.
Sorry, I'm getting up.
Oh.
My gosh. Look at you. Oh my gosh, you look so good. How's your mom and sister? Good. Is this where you...
Callie's Folly.
March 19th, 21st.
Yeah.
I just thought maybe. Okay.
And coming next will be Tally's Folly. It opens next week, March 19th. It runs the 19th through the 21st and the 26th through the 28th. It is a romantic love story set in 1944, and it's a Pulitzer Prize winning play, so we're very excited to present this to the community.
Cafeteria.
excellence of service and food that you will find at Roma's in Duncanville, Texas. What a place to eat.
Thank you very much. You're awesome.